impossible times. Impossible to determine what's the truth and what's another manipulation. Impossible to decipher for ourselves what exactly is going on. So today, we're going to be going straight into the deepest, most hidden, shadowy parts of the government and corporate-ruled America. But first, let me introduce myself, Micheal Walton, and my co-host, Alfred Taffy.
You could say I'm an expert in many fields.
I'd also like to thank our sponsor, Puff Bar. That's good. Coming in many different flavors. And make sure, come election day, to vote no on Measure 308. Now, our first conspiracy that we're going to be going in today is very exciting.
Let's talk about it.
We have eyewitness accounts. What exactly is going on in Disneyland and what exactly is going on with Walt Disney? You heard me right. Walt Disney. Dead, right? He's dead. Didn't you hear he's dead?
That's what I heard.
That's what you heard. And I'll tell you how. And I'll tell you why. And I'll bring in people that know everything about cryogenic freezing technology. Just so you can really get a slice of the truth. And it's not going to taste good. This is spoiled pie, people. Walt Disney, a known anti-Semite, he believed that the Jewish people of not just this country, but of all countries, were going to raise up 100 years from now.
Aren't the Jews supposed to be kind of the good guys?
Of course! But he didn't know that, and he felt that he had to protect his park, his kingdom, his magical kingdom.
Some might say.
Some might say. From outside invaders. So let me ask you something. When you're going around Disneyland, right? You see Mickey Mouse. You see all the people in costumes.
Goofy.
Well, why don't they take their costume heads off?
Cameras.
Have you ever seen them? You know why?
I can't say I have.
Because they're all Palestinians. Every single one of them is a Palestinian. Coincidence? Or an elite guard force to protect Walt Disney. Here, you take over a little bit.
Oh, I take over for a little bit. Walt Disney, well, listen, let's talk about what we know about Walt Disney. He did have a deep, conceited hate towards Jewish people, and the rumor has been spread around. I'm sure many people have heard about this rumor of himself supposedly freezing himself in this little cryogenic thing, and some might say if you have a pair of binoculars, you could, you look hard enough. That little tip of the tower. I've never been to Disneyland.
I went to Disneyland a couple times.
My colleague, the host of their show, he's been
there
several times.
Yeah.
I would love that fun.
It's a lot of fun.
But I've heard from people that have gone to Disneyland who brought binoculars there. First of all, I would like to say, they will take your binoculars. They don't want you to see what's going on.
Why do you think they search the bag? Right? They take away your binoculars, but I smuggled some in. Don't ask me how. I smuggled them in, and I looked up to the very top tower, and you can see him. His theory turned out to be false. When he wakes up, he's going to feel like a fool. Although my co-host and me are experts in many fields, we have brought in a specialized cryogenic freezing expert. Well, anyhow, I know we've been waiting for this moment the entire time I've been talking. So let's let someone who actually knows everything about the field introduce himself. This is Dr. Lakashemy Arjun. Doctor, you're an expert in cryogenic freezing. Is that true?
Yes, G.
Fantastic. Well, maybe you can illuminate some of the questions we have. I don't know if you've heard about this Walt Disney cryogenic freezing idea.
Yes,
Have you heard that?
My father, Sridas Arjun, he actually froze the head of Walt Disney.
Really? Now,
I just do cryo. Crypto, cryo, same thing.
Now, cryogenic freezing. It seems like something out of a science fiction movie, does it not? This is possible,
No.
though.
It is completely 100%
Real.
real.
Here, folks.
That's incredible. And you're a doctor with 6 years training in college to learn how to do this.
Yes, I have 6 years at the Institute of New Delhi. It is completely 100% legit. There was one small bribe, but it is okay.
Have you seen a frozen but still living human being?
Of course I have.
So how does that work? Is it just like a big warehouse, like a meat locker, all hanging from hooks on the ceiling, or what does it look like inside a cryogenic freezing chamber? What is it?
Have you seen a movie with very beautiful white girl, Anastasia? I forgot. It's with the spanking.
Really interested in is the freezing of human bodies. Is it an ice cube bath? How does it work? You're the expert.
Okay, well, what you do is you take brain and you saw little thing right there, very easy procedure. You saw a little thing right there, then you stick in thing right there, and then you take an ice cube, and then you just put it on.
Sounds legit to me, people.
What do you say?
He was head of the team. You see, my father, like me, very spiritual man. You see, like me.
Really?
Of course.
You see, my glasses, they have no hold. They have no hold. And he talked to Walt Disney. He gave him some.
Well, but he froze hundreds and hundreds of human bodies to never be reanimated.
Yes. He talked to Walt Disney. He said, "Here, take this, some mushroom, something," and then and then we just worked out in the end. And then yes, he made a very profitable
Really?
business.
Now,
Fascinating.
why are you suddenly deciding to whistleblow on this operation in front of your whole family? And I've asked him that question, and I thought the answer was really inspiring.
Like many in America, I suffered with the rocks.
We have a lot of kid viewers. This could be incredibly shocking information.
Yes, I encourage every child right now, if you want to get in on ground floor, you take your head to the facility. I will send coordinates in description. You take your head there, and they give you a little injection. It's very safe. And you take your head, and then you will wake up in Star Trek.
Ooh.
Wow.
Did they survive, or are they all just sitting in a warehouse right now? What happened to all these experiments?
The idea of them is still here.
All right. Well,
Okay, the doctor's wrapped up, but we hope to have you on the show again
really, it's been phenomenal.
if we decide.
Very happy, very happy. Oh, one more.
All right. Well,
All right,
folks,
doctor.
we're gonna go take a quick ad break.
We'll be right back.
Puff bars.
Puff bars. Say no to Measure 308.
Say no.
Bye-bye, doctor.
I support my brother in this initiative. The pop bars, they're nutritious, they help you, they cure cancer. They're very perfect. I support it.
Folks, this is the top scientist
Right.
in India.
And what do you think about Measure 308 that plans on banning puff bars?
The people who write this measure
Ew.
is with
Thick in the head.
They want it with
I
Gavi. They
support
want to
Measure
destroy. They destroy. Okay, they destroy.
Absolutely.
Destroy.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Now, they're all connected. Everything is connected.
Now, G, about the payment of items.
It's a mass society, people. How many people could be hidden to this somewhat known truth?
We just finished talking with our expert, Dr. Lakashemy, whose father worked on top secret cryogenic freezing technologies, home-based in India. But we have something, in my opinion, even more jaw-dropping. We have an ex-employee of Disneyland who has personally seen Walt Disney's frozen body. Well, just the head and the nards.
My name is Jack Merle. I'm an ex-Disney employee. Worked there for about 5 years. Didn't have kind of little job.
Oh,
But
wow.
yeah, so something happened. I'd like to tell you guys about it.
Fantastic.
Well, we're glad
And
people need to hear the joint.
we were his first call.
Indeed. As soon as this happened, like it's nighttime right now. I literally drove home and I called these guys because like someone's got to hear this shit.
It's recent. It's just happened recently.
Just recently, I'm talking like 5 hours ago, pretty much. I don't really do anything at Disneyland. I kind of like clean things and stuff. Usually it's like the roller coasters or something like that. But my boss walks up to me and goes, "Hey Jack, I trust you. I'm gonna need you for a special little duty."
Really. That's how he introduced it.
Yeah. So he starts walking me to this castle. You can see it. It's right at the front of Disneyland.
That's so the big castle.
Big castle. We've mentioned it before, folks.
Our evidence suggests that Walt Disney is at the very top tower of the castle. Is that true?
It is. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Right. It took me. No one's even supposed to be up there. I didn't know there was a way up there. Again, I worked there for 5 years. Like
5 years,
there's
right?
A way
Wow.
to get to the top of the tallest castle.
There's something
I know
there
how to get
hiding.
there. There's this metal door, which is kind of weird. So I open the door,
Right.
and sorry, it's a little disturbing. Open the door right there, center room. Walt Disney is frozen, but not all of Walt Disney.
Not all of them.
Just his head and his nutsack and his dick. They made someone like, and I had to clean it. Like I had to clean his dick, bro.
I mean, that has to be his favorite part of the day.
Oh yeah, God, he's a fucking creep, man.
He doesn't have much to look forward to. This is a story.
It's dramatic stuff, people.
So Walt Disney could feel the washcloth on his face and his nuts. Let me tell you something. When he wakes up, he's gonna have a lot of explaining to do. A lot of explaining from me.
People spread the word.
A
Spread
lot
the word.
of apologizing to do to all the teenagers that have been forced to wash his prostate for decades and decades.
And
It's a messed up world, man.
When you quit the job, did you tell them? Did you just run out of the park?
The boss was there watching me to make sure I cleaned it.
Ooh, no bonus.
No bonus, nothing, man. As soon as I was done, I threw
Brave
my
stuff.
guy, I threw my fucking shirt off. I literally ripped it off, threw it to him, and then I took the rag I used to clean his dick and just threw it at his face and walked out.
Wow.
Wow.
That's well deserved on this person who's in on the scheme.
He was like a 30-year-old, but he like enjoyed it. Like he was also getting enjoyed.
Wow.
Really. I'm sure
There's
Walt
some
was too.
weird stuff going on in Disney, people.
That's something. I mean, this is 2 eyewitness accounts on what's been going down in Disneyland. Shall we say the sinister things going down in Disney?
We shall.
Definitely. That's something. Well,
I got a question about payment. You guys said you paid?
well, we'll talk to you some other
We're gonna
time,
take
Jack.
a
Okay, we're
quick
going to take a
ad
quick
break
ad break
from
and
our
then
sponsors.
we'll be back. It's an ad from our sponsors.
Talk bars. A word from our sponsor. Puff bar. A good way to clear your head at the end of the day. Now, in a further episode, we will talk on the dark backing behind Prop 308.
Say no. Bro, this Popeyes make me sick as shit.
No kidding.
Oh god. Alright,
At
let's
the
get
end
this
of
the
the
fuck
day,
over with,
after
bro. I'm
smoking
sweating
all
so much.
day long.
You feel like shit, yeah. Not good for you.
No. Say no to Prop 308.
Yeah, well, paying us in pop bars. We'll cut this out. Alright. Wow. I don't know about you, but I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. Fascinating in the darkest sense possible. But most importantly, it's been eye-opening, and it's important to know what's really going on for everybody. I'm your host, Micheal Walton.
I'm Albert Taffy, and thank you for joining us tonight.
This has been The Soul Truth. We hope to see you next time.